They said, howdy ho, internet. So I, not just now, but a little earlier, just got done with a killer chest workout. I'm changing up the way I do it. Sometimes more doesn't mean better. I would sit in there before, I'm changing things up. I would sit in there before for fucking ever, just cranking out reps. Which, I mean, you know, hypertrophy, baby. But it doesn't take that long to really get a good freaking workout in that's going to give you results. So, with that mentality, we didn't do a lot of workouts, but the workouts I did were high quality, or the whole thing's a workout. Sets. We didn't do a bunch of sets, but the sets that I did were high quality sets. So what that means is, instead of just sitting on there, just jerking out reps, I made sure to concentrate. Not so much on the form. My form's pretty freaking solid. It was more on, you know, getting to the point where I'm going to experience failure. Because the pain, whatever. Pain. That's kind of half the reason we work out, isn't it? But just getting to that point where I'm about to hit failure and flirt with failure a little bit, and then instead of just stop, crank out some partials. Are those partial reps gonna be high quality reps? No, but the muscle's screaming for you to stop, and you just keep blasting it. So wow, that was bright. Holy shit, I got blinded there, son. Woo, shit. So yeah, those extra little reps are just blasting the shit out of your muscles. Hopefully getting some more of that growth stimulus in there. So I didn't need to sit there and do a giant pyramid, you know. I do a little bit of a pyramid for my warm-up, and then also on the way down, because I want to get reps in. The way I look at it is that, like I was explaining it to my buddy, let's use bicep curls as an example. Let's say you have the power to do 50-pound dumbbell curls with decent form, right? You're not jerking, you're not swinging the weight around. And let's feel your muscle after. Let's feel your muscle after 5 reps, because that's all you can crank out, 5 reps. The muscle will be warm, sure. Of course you've warmed up, right? And you may have burned a little bit of energy there. And what you're doing too is you're encouraging the muscle to come back stronger. But you're not burning a lot of energy. So you're not really telling the muscle like, hey, you know, we're being asked to do a fuckload of work. All we're really doing is you know, we're lifting heavy for a little bit. And we can spit out the energy for that. No big deal. But let's go down to 25 pounds, 30 pounds. And let's do 20, 25, 30 until you go to pain, and then you can't do more. And let's feel the muscle after that. Your muscle will be hot. Hot, hot, hot. Fry an egg on that hot. So in my head, now I may be completely wrong, but in my head, we've burned way more energy, because what is heat? Heat is energy. So if you're on like a weight loss journey, or if you're just trying to switch up your exercise, why not go up in volume? Focus on nice tight squeeze, and nice good eccentric really let that muscle fiber tear on the way down while you control it. Don't just drop it. Come up tight, come down slow. Should take you the same amount of time on the eccentric as it did on the concentric. I feel like you're going to burn more energy that way. Your muscles are going to be screaming at you, and then on the backside they're going to say, look, we were just asked to do a fuckload of work. We're going to need backup. You know, as opposed to the muscle that's there just doing a sprint real quick. No big deal. Does that make sense? So yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. I switched it up because I feel like my strength has gone up a little bit. I'm now, like I said before, I'm not the strongest guy in the world, and I'm not going for strength. I'm going for aesthetic. I'm not doing a very healthy form of bodybuilding, or it's bodybuilding. It's not healthy inherently because I'm not working on, you know, cardiovascular health. I mean, I am, because I do my cardio nearly every day. Sorry, Sam, I skipped my cardio today. But on most days I do 2 cardio sessions a day. So yeah, then we went over and we did a dumbbell fly. That was flat bench. So we did flat bench for it was 135 for I think 15, and then down to 140 for 15, and then 135 for 12. And then, or no, what did I say? It was 135, 120, oh my god, 135, 130, 125, and then we just went down to 105 for however many I could do until I was dead. So then, we went over and did a little bit of incline dumbbell press to failure, 3 sets of that. And then we did a little out of order. Then we did flies, just 15 pounds, but really focusing on that stretch. Arnold Schwarzenegger once said that he was touching the ground. He wasn't, but it's the feeling that you're touching the ground. You know, you're touching your hands together behind your back doing those flies. You're not really, but that's the mental imagery. So yeah. Then we did a little bit of cable fly, and we were done. Now, the difference between cable fly and dumbbell fly is that cable fly is focusing on basically pumping blood full, or pumping your pecs full of blood. Whereas your dumbbell fly is more focusing on that rip and tear action from that eccentric. You're coming down all the way, you're getting that real nice tear in your pec and in your deltoid. It's not so much as the retraction, right? The contraction. It's more the eccentric. So yeah, dumbbell fly or cable fly though, you know, you're fighting that whole thing, right? All the way to the top, you're fighting. Whereas with the dumbbell, you're not fighting when you get to the top, so you're not pushing a bunch of blood into that muscle. So yeah. And then tomorrow is leg day. Everyone's favorite leg day. And that'll be exciting because I don't like leg day. And I don't know anybody that, I mean, I don't not like leg day. I just would rather do something else. You know? I'd rather do biceps. Hell yeah. Another thing I wanted to talk about wasn't just my workout and stuff, but it was being judgmental. I don't know what you said. So on TikTok, there's this new like product out there. It's like $1,200. It's a laser hair grower helmet thing. I don't know. I don't think that's gonna do anything, because a lot of your hair loss comes with genetics and hormone. You know, it's not just you can't really just, you know, you can stimulate it, sure, but if it's not there to stimulate, you know, what are you gonna do? So anyway, the gal the doctor, I don't know if she's a doctor or not. The doctor has this nasally voice, and I was being a judgmental dick when I saw this video, and it made me think, like, why are we so judgy? We're so judgy. I'm guilty of it. I judge myself. Every time I edit one of these videos, I'm judging myself. Because I have this weird lisp that I know you can hear it. My tongue just sits in my mouth weird, and I can't. Talking is I tried not to talk for a very long time, and I think I made it worse. And I never went to like speech therapy or anything like that. But the way my tongue moves around in my mouth gives me this little. It's not a lisp, because I don't Chris Bumstead it, you know. But yeah, I think you hear it. I know you hear it. You could call it a speech impediment. And I was so self-conscious of it forever because I got judged and made fun of for it. It was worse than it is now. But yeah, we should work on not being so freaking judgy of people. Now, I do believe that there is some merit to judging a book by its cover. They say don't judge a book by its cover, but when was the last time you looked at a solid color hardback book and said that looks good? You don't, you know? It just doesn't happen. I think that phrase is antiquated because nowadays we have like cool covers on our books. So but I think there's some merit to judging a person by their cover, you know? Some people, you can just tell that you get a feeling about somebody. Sometimes that feeling's right, sometimes that feeling's wrong, but it comes from evolution, and it's your body telling you, it's your mind telling you, hey, that person is not trustworthy. You shouldn't trust that person. And there's some people out there that, yeah, it's unfortunate that they're fuck ugly and they're the greatest person ever, but there's plenty of people who are also weird looking fuck ugly that are also weird people, you know? So I would say listen to your intuition, listen to your gut, but just don't be a dick about it. But then it comes to just judging people by their voice, or by, you know, their Adam's apple, or the size of their nose or eyebrows. Like, what's that about? By the way they talk. Well, like I said earlier, I'm guilty of being judgmental, talking shit, just because for something that someone can't even help. You know, they can't help it that they've got a gigantic Adam's apple. It just, you know, what are you gonna do about it? There's still probably a cool dude, big fucking eyebrows. She's probably a cool chick, or he's probably a cool dude, whatever it is. I think we need to be more accepting of one another for the way that we look, you know? But obviously that contradicts what I just said earlier about judging a book by its cover. But on the whole, for the most part, Preparation H feels good. I mean, on the whole, just don't be a dick. Stop judging people so hard. You know, try to be friendly, and if you're friendly to other people, people will be friendly to you. And I think that's, Tingler's words of wisdom for the day.